Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's episode of Best Rivals. We know the intro at this point. Well, we like episode 8. I hate scripted intros. You know what's happening. Today we're talking about cryptids.
Oh, God.
Whoa. I'm Michael, that's Ben, and the new and improved Hudie.
New and improved.
Ooh,
listen to that. My voice is actually discernible and listenable, imagine.
Beautiful. I thought it was God talking to me at first.
Yeah. The podcast is finally good.
Wow. Well, let's not get crazy, okay? You guys can put in as much effort as you want, but at the end of the day, I have to edit it, and so that brings it way down.
As long as you aren't muting Hudie, I think we're fine.
That's true. I'm not taking him down a peg. Can't outshine the host. I will also be entirely transparent that I am sitting in a room with the blinds closed, and I am wearing a pair of sunglasses, and I'm using it as like a hairband to keep my hair out of my face.
Oh, okay. Cryptid episode. I'm in a well lit room. I'm not in the right mindset.
I might be a cryptid. Someone will see me like going through the hallways of my apartment and be like, "It's dark out, and I saw a guy with sunglasses, but he wasn't wearing them right."
It's the sunglasses, man.
Also, should clarify what Pokemon would make good cryptids. We're not just hard pivoting to cryptids.
Yes, it's the cryptid episode of our Pokemon podcast.
My experience with Bigfoot.
Maybe someday, if that's like.
All right, I think you're pivoting to cryptids.
Well, I'm just saying, like
you said we weren't going to, and now you're doing it.
I'm just saying, like, someday in my life, I'm like, worst case scenario, I disappear and become like a hermit or whatever. But maybe worst case scenario, I'm still making content. I just become one of those weirdos who's like, Bigfoot came into my bedroom and he held me down.
Oh no! He kissed me sweetly. He called me baby doll.
I liked it. He said, "We don't have to if you don't wanna."
Yes, Bigfoot asked for consent.
Oh my! Oh, no.
I could make those forever. So maybe that's where
we should probably clarify. There are several different like archetypes of cryptid. There's like your well documented but explainable ones like Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are just folktales.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's two fun, there's a fun archetype and a less fun archetype. The less fun one is just someone mistook an animal for something different, like the small hippo. I have a list, like a Wikipedia page here, and there's like the miniature hippo. In Madagascar or something. Was like, are we sure he didn't just see like a baby hippo, or like, maybe the hippo was far away? Yeah, they don't exist. And then there's mostly in North America, where it's one guy seeing something and like no one can disprove it, such as the lizard man of Skateboard Swamp.
It's me in 40 years. I saw you can't tell me you didn't.
But essentially, that's
specifically with the lizard man. I briefly skimmed the Wikipedia page, and it's like this one guy who claims on his life to have seen this creature, but the story keeps changing. And he took like
with his brain. You don't understand.
He took a polygraph test, supposedly.
Oh.
And it came up, I think, true.
Let's go.
But polygraph tests aren't the most reliable.
Yeah, that's your trusting a polygraph test then.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe I'm
like
the person who just backs these people up.
In this Wikipedia page, there's one guy that's criticizing him, and he's saying like, guys, he said this creature could keep up with his car going at like 60 miles an hour. but couldn't catch up to him when he was standing outside of his car.
I become one of those people that go around like a ghost hunting show, but my point is I don't leave until I find something that can make it credible.
Yeah. So those are kind of the archetypes of cryptids that we're going to be dealing with and comparing Pokemon to.
Well,
we just get into the lists. Let's go.
I'm curious. I only have one Pokemon.
I wonder how much
crossover
crossover there is.
I don't want to see. Yeah, in case it's crossover, I don't want to take it. But there's one that shouldn't exist.
Oh no. So do you want to start or should I then, Hugh?
I think the list up until now has been Ben, Hugh, Michael, so I think we'll just keep it that way.
In that case, I'll start with I think a lame one. I'll start with like the small hippo example.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Where it's like that's not really a Pokemon. That's just an animal that's slightly different. Flamigo.
Yeah. Okay.
It's my choice. Where it's like that's not a Pokemon. Someone just saw a flamingo. It's like, no, that's a flamingo. What are you talking about? I saw it.
Yeah, that's just a flamingo.
Yeah,
it's just a flamingo.
When did this Pokemon come in? This one's
This
sad.
was Scarlet Violet. This was
One of
Scarlet
the
Violet.
latest ones.
No, sorry. It also has a little bit of the cryptid thing where it's like a fighting type. It's like, no, it's a flamingo, but it's like really, it like hits really hard. It's like strong. It's like, dude, you just saw like an aggressive flamingo.
Yeah.
It's no different than a regular flamingo.
So my counterpoint to this is
Yes.
look at the base of the neck of the flamingo.
Yes.
Its neck is tied in a knot.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where the credibility of the Pokemon design comes in.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that's
Yeah.
separating it from a real flamingo.
Which makes it, an ideal cryptid.
So that's
Yeah,
what the
which is
cryptid
what- yeah,
version
exactly.
is. The cryptid version is like, I saw it and its neck wasn't tied.
No, yeah, the cryptid version is I saw this flamingo that had his neck tied. It was like you just saw a weird flamingo. Stop trying to make it a new thing.
You saw a flamingo that got its head stuck in a fence and was trying to pull its head out. It just tied its own neck into a knot.
It was making a horrifying noise. Yeah, it was choking itself.
So this is the kind of thing that like where do flamingos even live? Are flamingos in like the Galapagos or something?
The sky.
But like
birds.
explorers, that's not how that works. But okay, explorers to wherever the flamingos were like documenting this. Like, and then there was this weird flamingo-like creature, but it had its neck tied in the nuts. Like it's just a weird flamingo. It's no difference.
Yeah.
It was unusually aggressive. I think it was a fighting type. It was just an aggressive flamingo. It was probably thrashing about because it couldn't breathe.
So it was, yeah.
Oh, I've got a map of the global distribution of flamingo habitats from ResearchGate.
Oh,
That
wow.
is very trustable. To be fair, we're looking at like mostly Southern America, Southern Africa,
Okay.
which I'm sure if you did look at like the distribution of cryptids and
There are a few down
globally,
there.
I'll just
I
share
think
it.
that's where the small hippo was.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Yeah, so like there's some in Spain as well. So I imagine an explorer from Spain went to like the top of Brazil or something, and was like, "No, it's like the flamingos at home, but it was different." Like, no, it was just a flamingo. So yeah, flamingo's sort of my lamest option because it's
It's a
It's
good one
just
to
a
start with.
flamingo.
Really hook the audience.
yeah. I got better ones, but I
Dude.
think we go to Yudi next. I guess.
Flamigo's shiny type sucks. It
Yeah,
just
it's bad.
becomes more pale. Like bad
Gen
Pokemon.
9 specifically had a lot of weird stuff with shinies where the shinies were just not noticeable. Have you seen shiny Paldean Tauros?
Paldean what?
Tauros, the bull.
I have not. I'm looking. I do not
It's
see a difference.
it's a lot, exactly.
Its like head
It was,
just becomes darker. Okay, it just becomes one
It was
shade
just, like-
instead of two.
Yeah, there was a significant problem in Gen 9 that
Yeah.
people were missing shinies because the new ones look no different.
Yeah, that's
And they don't have like an audio cue
Yeah, no
I
shiny
don't
popping noise.
Does it?
There's
doesn't,
no-
like, flash or anything anymore.
I don't think there's a visualization either because it's in the
If
open
you-
world.
Oh,
if
yeah,
you
you're
battle
right.
them, there is a
Yeah.
noise.
Right.
If you battle them, there is noise. But in
You
like
just
the
avoid
wild area, I think,
Mhm.
and in Gen 8 and in Legends Arceus, there was a noise when a shiny appeared
Yeah.
in the overworld.
To be fair, on the Flamigo shiny, there is a whole thing with pale flamingos
Oh.
where if they're not eating the right thing, I don't know. Shannon would probably know better.
flamingo was different. It was a different color.
This is a question for
Yeah,
Shannon.
it couldn't eat because its neck was tied, but not
Yeah.
because it.
Yeah, there's something. If it's not eating the right stuff, it loses its color. But
I'm sure Shannon, our resident vet, will know a lot about flamingos.
I trust.
I'm sure that was an entire module.
She's a bird type trainer, so.
Yeah.
Do you think she likes flamingo? Do you think she's ever used a flamingo?
Oh, she will once we get there.
Oh no.
We don't get there.
No. Anyway, now
Okay.
what's your first pick, Cutie?
Okay, mine's is a bit more fantastical.
Okay.
Okay.
What I'm going to propose is Larvitar.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm coming at this just from the implications of somebody coming up with the mythology of the Larvitar and seeing one
Does
in
it have to do
person.
with its OpenX entry?
Yes, has to do with the fact
Okay.
that it eats an entire mountain before it evolves.
Okay.
Yeah, this ties. But I think this was the last episode we talked about Larvitar, or 2 episodes ago we talked about Larvitar and how it's one of the smaller Pokemon we probably couldn't beat in a fight because
Yeah.
it eats mountains.
Now, I think because it's essentially just a little lizard that could probably, if it was transferred to like real world animal rules, it would just be a little green lizard with hard skin. But like you're just going through a mountain range and you see this little lizard thing, and you're like, oh no, oh great, here we go. Then like in a week's time, the mountain is gone.
Oh,
You know.
told you. Like Aragorn just gone.
Yeah, it's like a little lizard did that. It wasn't an act of God.
It was the lizard man up on the mountain.
Yeah, what's more credible? What would the public believe quicker? Like a little green lizard did it, or God? You know?
I just think if there was a sightings of like Larvitar with the same lore in the real world, it would be really funny. That's all.
Disappear.
Yeah.
It'd be hard to hunt as well because it's so small and it's probably fast.
They can bury underground, I believe, right?
Yeah.
kick the hell out of you too. Probably you're hunting it and it just evolves and you're like, oh.
Well, if it evolves, it actually becomes less dangerous.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah,
T-Tar, however, that will kill you. That is Godzilla.
Yeah, I forgot. It has 3 evolutions.
Yeah.
But that's the secret. You need to find it as a pupitar and just crush it. Because
once
it's the whole idea.
it's eaten them out.
Yeah.
Is that your new show? Is like hunting pupitars to kill them before they can become Tyrannotars?
If you want to have a mountain and that mountain's mission, call Mickey D and I'll get that pupitar. I'll stomp on
like,
him real good for you.
The other thing I was thinking to make it a bit more credible is that surely there's like natural craters that have like formed.
Due to these guys?
You think?
Just like from say years ago, maybe there was a volcano or something, and it just like blew up like a crater or a meteorite or something. And people are just going around. It's like, oh, there used to be a mountain there, but the green lizard added it.
Do you think the green lizard would be credited with like glacial valleys and stuff?
Yeah, things like that. You know, before people knew that there was an ice age or whatever. It's just, oh, there's a little 2-foot
green lizard
that's eating all our mountains.
I like that.
They have some local hero who just claims he went out and found it and killed it. And they're like, if he didn't crush that Pupitar, Godzilla would have wiped us out.
It's just fun McCool. Just wanted to kill
McCool versus the Pupitar. That's great. Yeah, that's good. Do you want me to say my one, or will we just keep going between you guys until we're
My
at
next
the
one is
last?
more exciting because you said you wanted
Okay.
to save yours for last. So when you think cryptid, who's number one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is this a rhetorical question, or do you actually want
This
to
is-
answer?
I would like your answers.
This is the question we're answering, though. This is the whole
No, but-
episode.
no.
It's- What do you mean?
Actual cryptids. Actual cryptids.
Oh,
Actual
real
cryptid,
cryptid. Okay, Bigfoot.
Real cryptid. Yes.
I would get Loch Ness Monster.
We're talking about Bigfoot. Talking about
Okay,
Bigfoot.
Okay, it's Bigfoot.
You're
okay.
wrong. You're wrong, Hughie.
You're wrong.
You didn't follow the script
No, I
Ben
was-
sent out
I
beforehand.
was looking. I was looking through. I looked through like the entire national decks. I was like, there's got to be a Pokemon that's a little like Bigfoot. And the one that I think fit the profile best was Tangrowth,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
because he's like it's a very weird creature just to
Yeah.
look at, right? Because it's like a spaghetti monster and stuff.
Yeah.
But also, I don't know if you've seen it in the anime, Michael, the way it moves is like it moves like an actual orangutan. It like
Yes.
Okay, that would freak me
trees.
out.
So yeah, exactly. So I'm imagining like footage of like deep in the Amazon rainforest or something of this thing like swinging around from tree to tree. Like there's the Tangrowth.
It would be impossible to describe to people as well. Like, it's just vines, and then inside the vines are eyes.
Vines.
It's like, what? How do you see the eyes? Well, they're
Yeah,
poking
it's
through,
blue
kind
vines,
of, but
and some of the vines are red.
yeah, they're still on the inside. The vines around the eyes, like, make space for the eyes. Like, you're crazy. Take your pills.
I swung at it with my machete, and I but it's regrew back in
It
Yeah.
has exceptional defensive stats.
No, that's terrifying.
Yeah, that would be
Exactly, yeah. Like, because there's a lot of ape Pokemon, right? And I was like,
Yeah.
but none of these are really like fit what I'm looking for. Whereas this Tangrowth is like clearly, it's not to look at it, but the way it moves and the way it like acts, I feel like it's just freaky enough that like
Mm-hmm.
if this thing was living like deep in the Amazon, I'd be like, yeah, I believe that.
Mm.
I wouldn't mess with it.
No.
Tangrowth's the one that I thought you were going to say that dumb, stupid monkey that's a bartender.
Orangaroo. No, not Orangaroo.
Better not. Tangrowth is a really
I was
good
not.
one. That's one I
going
didn't.
there.
I never considered.
That's my guess for Michael.
Yeah, because
the one.
No, I
I
refuse
looked
to
at like
acknowledge
every
that
ape.
Pokemon.
I was like, not Pangoro, not Primeape. I was like, there's got to be a Sasquatch Pokemon in here somewhere, and I think Tangrowth is the closest we're gonna get.
It's a bunch of vines, but I swear it has the beating heart of a man. What?
Yeah, it's physical. Its physical attack and defense were quite high, but I sort of attacked it with my mind, and it didn't really like it.
It spoke in my mind, and I just kept whispering, go away, and it left. Weak psychic energy.
It's
No one would believe it.
like imagine redneck goes up, does like too much peyote or something, and comes back talking about the blue vine man.
The right amount of peyote, you mean?
Sorry, yeah, the right amount of peyote to survive and come back.
To survive. That's great.
There's something that I was trying to I was thinking of. We're back in the jungle, walking through, and
Mhm.
oh, geez, that's a lot of vines there. That's kind of oddly placed, and then it just drops from above.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what
And
the video
on you.
would be, and you're like, that's edited,
Yeah.
you know?
And so I'm after going and googling drop bears, which were like the hoax things for the koalas like years ago.
Yes.
And I think everybody should go into their Chrome browser,
Do that right
Okay.
now.
Google Drop Bear, and then the little kind of highlight thing on the right hand side. There's a little orange, or symbol on it. Just
Oh
click,
yeah.
yeah, it's just click it and see what happens.
Oh god.
What the hell?
Why is this
Oh,
here?
Google's Easter egg! No, he fell! Oh my god, that's horrifying! I'm scared now. There's scary stuff. What is it?
Why does Google have that?
What's I was looking. I was like, why is there an orange thing here? What's going on?
Like this.
What?
So just imagine. I want the listeners to, after they've done that, now imagine that that's a tangrowth,
Tangrowth.
which is like what, 6 foot tall or something.
Ugh. It falls in different ways.
Oh, it's terrible.
Oh, I think they're gonna be able to hear the sound effects because of my recording. The weird noises that are made.
The koala dropping from a tree in the jungle, making contact with the ground.
Did it drop you like perfectly? So you scroll. I scrolled down and saw a horrifying image. I don't like this.
Yeah, it dropped me right at that as well.
It's scary.
It was like Tangrowth halfway
horror
between,
episode.
halfway between a Bigfoot and a drop bear.
But made of plants.
Made of plants, yeah.
Funnily enough, my second pick is actually closely related to Bigfoot as well, but I didn't think of it in the time. Because everybody knows that we've got Bigfoot, but we've also got like the abominable snowman /
Yes,
Yeti.
Yeti.
Mm-hmm. Yeti.
And you know the way we just have the abominable snowman as a Pokemon
Yes, we do.
in the form of Abomasnow.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just thinking, you're hiking again. We're very mountain centric here, but it's winter. You're going through the whatever mountain range. Clear day, sunny skies, and then just it starts hailing vigorously on top of you.
Oh, yeah, he does bring hail wherever he goes as well.
Yeah.
That's...
So it's just the abominable snowman, but like ramped up to 11 because he just summons his own blizzard as he descends upon you.
It's another one that you just couldn't describe. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a snow bear, but he had leaves growing out of his hands.
And-
those nips. What's going on there? Can never get over that.
I think they're nips because I think they're bigger.
Yeah.
On,
I
on a
don't
certain
know.
gender.
Yeah. The because it looks, yeah, fair enough. It looks like it's made out of like leaves and snow, but then you go and you like read about it and it's like, oh no, it's just fur. It's all fur,
Oh,
which is horrible.
which would fit in with abominable snowman stuff as
Yeah.
well. Can Yetis mega evolve?
I haven't watched
No,
enough
that's-
Godzilla to know. What's the Yeti in Godzilla?
Is there a Yeti in Godzilla? I don't know.
There must be. Whatever. That's its mega evolution.
Yes.
Yeah, Abomasnow's
Yeah, but-
mega evolution is kind of. It's kind of like gets like more limbs. I don't know what.
Yeah,
that
it makes
is
it
poking out.
it makes it
Yeah.
more tree-like. I think is what the aim was.
Yeah, imagine you're running away from a Abomasnow, and then it just goes down on all fours and turns into
It
that.
starts pounding at you. Like,
It
pounds,
just
like, pounding at
sprints at you.
I perish. That's one I wouldn't make it back from. The previous ones, I think I would be able to like see, encounter, and live to tell the tale. I don't think, especially because it could kill you without, a hailstorm's bad if you're in the
Yeah.
mountains. So it could just
It
be like
just-
trying to help you, and I'd be like, get away!
It just freezes you by looking at you. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not great.
No,
His best friend's Frostlass is there to steal your soul.
Oh no.
I'm learning that a lot of Pokemon work. Pretty much every Pokemon. Well, Pikachu isn't a cryptid.
Yeah, you can, yeah. Obama Snow is a great pick. I didn't even think about him when I was looking at this.
Because like, you could mistake its silhouette for a person in a way, and then it gets closer, or like
it is
because I always think
yeah.
of like the blurry picture that someone takes, and they're like, I saw it, and you're like, that's clearly just a person. And it's like, no, I really saw it. It was hailing.
Yeah.
It started hailing, and then I saw this thing. It's like, okay, cool. Yeah, your vision got blurry, and then you saw something.
It's like
blurry.
a ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So, like, both of these silhouettes would be pretty terrifying to see coming towards you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think they're friends? Do you think they go to Orangaru's bar together?
How many humans did you eat this week?
I got photographed.
Bro, did you see it? They put me on Google Chrome.
He didn't hold the camera right. The exposure setting was all wrong, though. They'll never prove me real.
They'll never prove me real.
Sips whiskey neat. What's your next one, Ben?
Okay, this one's going off of lore reasons.
Okay.
It's less of a weird creature.
Less of a visual.
It's the disaster Pokemon Absol.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I think it's sort of. I think Mothman has similar lore where Mothman will like show up in places where something horrible is about to happen, and Absol does the same.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty one-to-one cryptid energy.
It's also just kind of a dog with a cool hairstyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a dog with a blade sticking out of its forehead. Somebody stuck a sickle into the side of the head of this like dog creature.
Also gets angel wings.
Oh god. Oh, is that like a mega evolution thing?
It's a mega evolution. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Absol's one. Okay. Absol's a Pokemon that I know a lot of people like, and I never really understood until recently. I think it's just because it doesn't evolve. And it's kind of.
It's just it's a cool design and
yeah,
got cool lore.
Yeah, I didn't fully understand the lore. Seen an Absol. I saw it. We gotta get out of town.
Yeah, that's literally it. So obviously it's like a loner Pokemon. It only shows up in places where disasters about to happen, and as a result, I think it's blamed for them.
Okay.
Which I think is pretty one-to-one with Mothman, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I saw this dude, and he was under the bridge, and then the bridge collapsed a week later. It was the Mothman.
Mothman, cool.
Or if you
Mothman
I saw this
favorite cryptid.
Mothman, cool. So
Absol's
I saw this dog that had like a knife in its head, and then my house fell on itself.
I would want to pet it though. I don't think there's many cryptids that I want to reach out and pet.
Mothman?
No, not Mothman. Absol. No, that Mothman.
Okay.
If I see that, I don't like moths. So if I see Mothman, I'm punting him. Like I'm dusting
Mothman
that
is
guy.
is terrifying to look at.
Sorry, Mothman, if you're listening.
The pictures or whatever they are.
Just like, oh.
Yeah, it's like palatable Mothman.
Mothman thought he finally found a Pokemon podcast he could listen to without being slandered. Just a gut reaction, Mothman. Why am I feeling bad for Mothman now?
Yeah, what's going on?
Just,
You're really going through an arc over there.
I think he's cool, but he's
Do
scary.
you have the same feelings for Absol? Because people hate it.
No, well, I think I would pet Absol. People hate it. I would have to have experienced.
You also probably want to leave
hold prejudice
immediately,
against
though,
it.
right?
Well, I wouldn't believe. You know me. I'd be like, we don't know that it's true. I'm the first guy in the horror film to get killed because I'm like, there ain't no werewolf, and then I go outside and get ripped apart by a werewolf. I'm
trying.
I'm that
to
guy
remember where Absol shows up, because I think it does have to do with where stuff happens.
Does it ever happen in the games?
Well, just off,
like Absol can be found at the top of Spear Pillar.
yeah,
in
that's
Platinum,
where I
and
was
that's
going.
where like all of the stuff happens. Absol can be found in the Giant Chasm in Black and White,
Yeah.
which in the next game is where a bunch of stuff happens.
Okay.
Can be found in Mount Lanakila. Something in Mount Lanakila, I forget.
That's not
So some
just,
cases it can be. Not all of them though.
mental, or the only thing it could be the harbinger of there is like Necrozma crashing onto the onto
True.
Mandalanaki.
Okay. Hey guys, get away! There's going to be a really big prism that's going to fall down here soon.
Yeah.
I'll take my chances to pet that dog.
I bet that dog.
Can I pet that dog? Great video. Amazing video.
Is Route 13 where the Team Plasma ship shows up?
Shit.
I don't think it is.
No, you're just
it
chasing.
just leads to the
yeah.
Giant Chasm. Okay. That's what that
Sometimes
is.
it shows up in nice places. Wait, it leads to what?
The Giant Chasm, which
Oh.
is where disaster happens.
Yeah. I mean, it's making it a little difficult to make a good case for these guys.
To be fair, in Hoenn, it's just Route 120, which is just the route after Fall Arbor or Fort Tree City, which nothing. The only thing that happens there is you find
I don't think anything happens there.
an invisible Kecleon. Like that's
Are one of the Titans here?
on 120. I
Maybe not.
don't think so.
What's your next one?
So my next one, and I think my final one, I've kind of it's a bit of an odd one because the whole idea of cryptids is from like using cryptozoology, which is like, oh, it could be proved biologically, but it's just not proven. But my third pick is one that it doesn't make sense because it's Rotom.
Okay.
Because it seems to me to be more of like a cryptid for the future,
Yeah.
where everything is just technology based.
My washing
And
machine's
so,
acting weird.
Any like bugs you get in your tech, it's just oh, that's Rotom. That's
Rotom. I got a picture of my washing machine glowing blue. It's a Rotom.
there was a little dude in my washing machine, and he was messing with the controls. I could see his face. I could see
All
his
right,
face on the
Grandpa.
LED screen.
Yeah, okay.
Great.
My oven
technology.
My oven done changed the temperature on its own.
I swear I set it for 3 minutes, and it was still going 27 minutes later. It's like, yeah, you just left it going for that long? Okay.
It was Rotom. I didn't want to fight no Rotom.
I might start saying that, you know? I might actually use that one in real life.
Yeah.
Well, that Rotom's is like messing with your tech.
Yeah, I'm at work and like, I'm editing and my computer crashes and I'm like, sorry, fucking Rotom, man. Can't be helped.
I feel
There's
like
a little guy in the computer. He's made of plasma and I couldn't beat him in a fight.
There has to be like an appeasement mechanic there as well, though, to like keep Rotom away. But I don't know. Like, what do you feed it? Do you just feed it more electricity?
Lore, right? In universe, it's that they have appliances that are like catnip to Rotoms, and that's how they like catch them, right? They
I
like
have to buy
like
a
the
new
Alola
supercomputer
Pokedex.
to get the Rotom. I'm not going to use
No,
my
it's
new
like
supercomputer.
I don't know what it is, but like the Alola Pokedex, like, oh, Rotoms love these things, and then like the Rotom phone in Gen 8, like, oh yeah, Rotoms love these things, so they like get in them and stay in them.
Sorry, boss. I need to buy a new fancy phone to get the Rotom out of my work
Keep the
computer.
Rotoms away.
I'm not going to use the fancy phone. It's just, yeah, that's a good one.
Rotom falls like I was before we started the podcast. I was explaining rods to Michael, which are like
Yes.
a phenomenon caused by video cameras videoing like flies or moths, and then they're not like recording fast enough, and it makes the flies look really long. So people thought, oh, there's giant insects that only show up on camera. So it's like a cryptid that can only exist because of technology.
Yes.
which I think Rotom fits pretty well with that. You know, it's not a bug, but causes bugs.
It's another one where you would just have a picture of some weird blur and be like, "That was a Rotom."
Yeah. Yeah. It's like jumping out of the washing machine or something.
I might go hunting Rotoms. 40 years time. In
the picture, they're like, you're like looking at the picture, and they're like, my delicates never were the same after that. he always did something to my clothes. That Rotom.
Do you have a final one, Ben, or will I stay?
I do, but it's very iffy. I don't think I want to say it because it's like it's not.
Hey,
I'll say it quickly. I was gonna say Drifloon because it's like a story like, oh, this balloon was alive and tried to take my child, and then also I think it's the Junji Ito manga where like people are getting killed by balloons and stuff.
Yeah, balloons with their faces show up and start tying.
Yeah, but that was like too paranormal, so I'm like, I don't know that one.
It'd be horrifying. I'd be scared of balloons.
It would. Don't know if I'd call it a cryptid though.
Yeah, that's more like Oni stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who you got then, Michael?
My one, and I'm actually a little surprised, but you guys have really good picks, so it makes sense. You guys definitely thought of this. Mr. Mime is a cryptid. That guy is a freak.
That's
horrifying. If I saw one of those things,
cryptid though.
Well, if he was just scuttering about the woods, and you'd be like, I saw a clown man in the woods. I tried to chase after him, but there was an invisible wall. And it's like, sure. He got away. He makes no sound.
So this is like the killer clown things from like 2018 or whatever. When was that?
It's like a skinwalker. What do they call it?
Skinwalker,
skinCrawler stuff?
Skinwalker, yeah.
Skinwalker. That's Mr. Mime, straight up. And then you come home one day and he's like your mother's maid, and you're like what's happening?
And you leave and you come back and he's now your dad?
Yeah, no thank you.
But your mother thinks he always was your dad?
I'm going to see if my imaginary axe works on you, sir.
Just the visual of, again, we're in a forest because that's where all cryptids are. Forests and mountain ranges. That's the two locations where you find cryptids. You're looking ahead and just peeking out from around a tree.
Yeah,
is Mr. Mime.
His weird head.
Yeah.
Peek out.
Is it funnier for him to be like stationary and peeking, or to like skitter
He's
by?
Imagining the tree.
Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime is like.
He's just in a clearing. He's in a clearing. It's just nothing around him.
Terrifying.
But you can't get into the clearing because there's invisible walls.
Yeah. I tried to chase
Mr. Mime is kind of fast. It is a base 90. It's like not slow.
Fast enough.
Could definitely skitter by.
It's the lizard man.
It also can just
it's
teleport
the lizard
as well.
man. Yeah. Oh god. You had to convince me a wee bit of that one, Michael. I'm very much convinced.
It's horrifying. That's why I was like, you guys for sure have thought of it. If I had to make a horror like movie or short about a Pokemon, it'd be Mr. Mime, because it's too human like, but it's really the uncanny valley where it's like it's human, it's relatable but weird. And it totally makes sense. It would be a little freak. Don't like it.
It's just, I don't want to say it. I would rather show it. And the listeners at home can also go and Google this.
Oh, no.
But Mr. Mime and the Detective Pikachu movie.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, they made him weird.
He's so scary.
Which is correct.
Yeah.
That's the one. That movie is where I saw how much he commits to his like.
He was like sitting on an invisible chair, and Pikachu tried to attack him. But
they like
he was
pour invisible gasoline on him and like accidentally throw a match, and he like starts burning, and it's like, what? Oh my god! Okay, he really goes for it, and like it worked on Pikachu, the invisible wall. Pikachu tries to launch at him, and hits a wall. It's like, oh, so I couldn't chase after him. It's scary.
He has the move barrier. It's true.
Wouldn't be able to hunt him.
Is Mr. Mime the only Pokemon that gets barrier? I forget. Is he the only Pokemon that put up invisible? Okay, so Mewtwo can also put up invisible walls, but that makes sense.
Yeah, there's so many other ones that would make good cryptids. Oh god. Okay.
I did think about Deoxys, because Deoxys is one of the strangest Pokemon that we know like very little.
That one's
about.
like an alien.
But that's like it's just an alien. It's just an alien. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which there are alien
I want to hear from
cryptids,
the
like the Rothwell or was it Roswell alien, the little green man or whatever. But that's getting into a different territory.
Yeah, I'm curious below. Comment below if there's any, because there's definitely like some other obvious Pokemon that we missed. I wanna hear from them. And that's us. That was a pretty concise episode. I think my favorite ones is Tangrowth, and what was your last one, Cutie? I've forgotten.
Rotom.
Oh yeah, Rotom. Yeah,
Rotom
I might start hunting Rotom. This might have changed my life. This might have changed my 40-year trajectory.
I think Tygroth Abomasnow Rotom. I Mr. Mime as well. That's a good answer.
Yeah, both Tangrowth and Rotom, I could see people like mistaking things for as well, because you just see like a mound of vines that like falls from a tree, and you're like, Tangrowth, it's coming for me, and you take off. And the same with Rotom, where it's like, my washing machine's making weird sounds ever since I saw that weird orange light. It's like, yeah, okay, maybe. I'm not gonna use your washing machine. Thanks for listening, Grunts. Kisses from me.
Kisses from me.
A singular kiss.
Ooh, on the new microphone. Changed man. We've done it.
Changed man.
We've obtained kisses. No kisses from Mr. Mime, though. Avoid those.
Yeah. Even if they do offer,
no kisses.
Do not take
no
it.
kisses from anyone we discussed today.